people from Philippines are called Filipinos.
Yes.
So you've been attending school really?
Actually, yeah, since my primary school, I've been attending public.
Did my like vegetarian diet, and I thought it would be hard. I thought I would be like
As
crazy.
you went through some mental health problems.
Yeah, I'm open with that. I'm not like
Biologists who love the sea, who love the ocean. What message do you send back home to the managers of these resources? Got this man. Okay, up we go to the Filipinos. Fast, 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 fast. Oh, beautiful. You go to the Filipino hills and you see the whole place. Wow. Yeah.
magandang buhay.
Hey, welcome to my channel. Who do we have here?
Hi, I'm Damsel. I'm from the Philippines. I'm currently a second-year master's student here in Florence. So the Philippines is near the Pacific Ocean, and I live in the southern part, particularly Iligan City. So Iligan City is the city of waterfalls, where you can find like almost 100 or let's say like 30 waterfalls in one city, and there's a lot of like delicious delicacies, some food, and one thing that I like the most in Iligan City, because it's a city where you can find like half of the population are Muslim and the other half is like Christian. So it's like a lot of culture differences, but also very rich in people, rich in diversity. But most of the people in the north are like especially like the foreigners that never been in the south, like the Mindanao Island. They are scared because of the wars between these like the Muslim people and like the influence of the terrorist groups. So I think that could be the negative side of going to the south.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So, if someone wants to come to the Philippines, the south looks more.
Yeah, but it's
uncertain.
safe. It's
Very
safe.
safe.
It's
Okay.
safe, yeah.
Great.
I lived there for like almost 23 years of my life. So
23 years.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're 23 years old.
no, I'm turning 25 this year.
Oh,
Yeah, in a few weeks.
I see. In a few weeks.
Yeah.
Happy birthday in advance.
Thank you. So if you will visit the Philippines, yeah, just bring yourself. Yeah, because the Filipino people are very like open and welcoming and hospitable, and you will need to have like a big tummy to enjoy
A lot of
all
meals. Well, I
food,
think I'm a living
delicious
testimony.
food.
Yeah, because I got to your place and it's very hospitable. Yeah. Thank you. What of you?
So, hello, I'm Brian, and I'm from the Philippines as well, but in the northern part of the Philippines. It's in the Luzon Island, and it's in the north of Manila as well, like maybe around 10 hours away by bus from the capital of the Philippines, but it's in the same island as the capital.
Oh, okay.
And in my region,
Yeah.
for my it's in a valley. It's called Cagayan Valley because we live in a flat land,
Yeah.
surrounded by two mountain range, one mountain range facing the Pacific Ocean and the other mountain range in the central part of the North Philippines, northern Luzon. And compared to her region, northern Philippines has I would say offers a different kind of experience. We have a different language, different culture, but I think both of us share the same social values. Like we are also hospitable, generally, I would say,
Yeah.
to people, be it strangers or part of your friends or family group.
So that means that if you speak your language, she should be able to understand, or it's a total different language altogether.
We do have a national language. It's Filipino,
Okay.
and it's based on the Tagalog, and Tagalog is widely spoken in Luzon Island.
Okay.
I would generally, and generally, Filipinos will understand Filipino.
Okay.
But we have also our own regional languages,
Okay. All right.
and that differs according to your region. And for me, I'm not really able to speak her language,
Okay.
and
She's not
yeah,
able to speak
so
yours
for
too,
us to communicate, we have to use our main language,
which is the Filipino.
which is the Filipino.
So how many languages can you speak?
Like, I speak Filipino. That's my first, and I can speak a bit of Ilocano. Ilocano is a language in the north,
Oh, okay.
just a bit, and English.
Okay. Okay. Right. How many countries have you traveled to?
I think more or less around like 10 or I don't know.
Wow, you're a traveler.
Not too much. Because
So how is the countries you visited? How is their culture different from the Filipinos?
I think here in Europe the people are more like liberated. Yeah.
Liberated.
Yeah.
That is a strong
Compared
word.
to the Philippines, because we have like very strict values. We have
Okay.
like very, yeah, the people are family oriented here, but I don't know, because in the Philippines they are more like, strict.
Okay.
And I feel like Europe is just one country, and then like each country is like a city, because I can see the similarities with the other countries. So, like when I visit, let's say Netherlands, I can relate easily because it's quite similar to Belgium. So
Yeah.
the system is like similar, so it's not like strange to me. So yeah, and when I went to Reunion Island,
Yeah.
it's very similar to the Philippines, but since it's part of France, so there's like a touch of Europe. Yeah, it's beautiful. And when I went to Madagascar, which is I really love Madagascar. I feel so at home there, and yeah, it's so beautiful too. The diversity, the people were really nice, were really cool. So
So you've experienced a lot of cultures, and you think that all cultures are different and diverse, and they are all beautiful.
yep.
And that's nice. I see. Okay, so you, how many countries have you traveled to as well?
I've been to 6 countries,
Oh, okay. All right.
like 6 countries that I think I stayed.
You stayed and lived. All right. And the culture difference?
Cultural differences. Yeah, a lot. Like, in Europe, yeah, I would say when I arrived in Belgium, it was a big adjustment for me. And the very first thing I would say is the language. Like, I do speak English back home in the Philippines, but to speak English every time, be it at home, school, be it when you're ordering anything outside at shops,
Yeah.
that's a big thing. Like, it's a big adjustment for me. Like, I have to get used to speaking English. I have to get used to expressing myself more in
In
English.
English. Ah, okay.
To connect myself with English. I think that's one big adjustment.
Oh, so in the Filipinos, in the Philippines, I keep interchanging Filipinos and Philippines. People from Philippines are called Filipinos.
Yes.
The women are called Filipina,
Filipino.
and the men are called Filipino.
Yes.
But you can call it in general,
General,
Filipinos.
they use Filipinos,
Filipinos.
but
Ah,
some
okay.
use Filipina for women.
Okay, so so in the Philippines, you don't normally speak English consistently. You mix it with Filipino.
Yeah, in the school, yes, we do use English for the academics.
Yeah, okay.
But once you're outside, yeah, you can use English. People, I would say, at least understand basic English. But at my home, once I'm home with my friends, yeah, I don't speak English much. Like, more
okay.
Filipino about me.
All right. So you are here purposely for school, right? Because earlier you mentioned you're a master student.
Yes.
Do you like what you're studying?
Here in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it offers a different way of studying.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are some expectations that was not met, and there was some. Yeah, I mean, I think that is something that we have to expect. Like some things are. Wait, again, I'm lost. What do you ask again?
So, I mean, your experience with the, European education, you like what you're studying. So, you like what you study here?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so would you say the education system in Europe and Philippines differ a bit?
Like the differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are similarities and there are differences.
Okay.
And the thing is, so I am a scholar here in Europe,
Okay.
and I'm used to be a scholar as well back in the Philippines, starting from my secondary school to my bachelor's. I'm a scholar as well.
So you've been attending school freely.
Actually, yeah, since my primary school, I've been attending public schools. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm used to public systems.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the similarity, I think. Yeah, so I'm both a scholar in the Philippines and Europe.
Okay.
There's still there's a lot of differences between these systems,
All right.
and yeah, that's also an adjust. Yeah, like it's a adjustment for us coming from non-Europeans going
Okay.
here to study. Yeah, we have to be prepared to get ready that our expectations will not be met always.
Okay. But what should we say is the main challenge? I mean, the main difference is here better, or here is just like the Philippines, or Philippines is quite higher, here is just behind the Philippines.
In terms of education, okay, the universities I've been going here in Europe, I think it varies by course.
Okay.
Like there are courses that I enjoyed, and
Okay.
I've been learning a lot, and there are some courses that it's like a refresher of what
What you already know.
I had back in the Philippines.
Okay.
And also it varies country to country, like so we've been switching places
Okay.
every semester, and the system do change and the way they teach changes.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So back home, you also had a high expectation of Europe. Are the expectations met?
Yeah, some are met, and I would say generally expected Europe to be, compared to Philippines, to have a generally better living condition.
Okay.
Yeah, and but yeah, generally that one is met. Has been met. But yeah, there are a lot of differences, and uh, in terms of education, is that
Yeah, in terms of culture, education, the people.
okay. Maybe that's also one thing that I would like to highlight is that here in the European universities, they offer a more international or broader perspective
Okay.
when it comes to because they have experience across different places across the tropical regions, not
Okay.
as compared to, for example, in my university in the Philippines, some do work international, some do work on, but I think mostly work on more on the regional studies.
Okay.
So they offer more expertise when it comes to Philippine based and or national based and maybe Southeast Asian based
Yeah.
Southeast Asian based expertise when it comes to biodiversity and ecosystems.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. That's fine. What is the dream of every Filipino or Filipina, Filipino or Filipina child about Europe? What do they say is their perception about Europe?
Oh, I think the general perception of Filipinos on Europe is that it's well, it's with a developed part of the world,
Okay.
and yeah, as I said earlier, better living conditions.
Okay.
And generally, I would say it has been met for me personally, but there are things that I would say that it is something that might not be that's something that might be surprising for Filipinos in general, that
Okay.
the conditions, the problems we face in the Philippines
Okay.
as a developing country, for example, um, like the prevalence of, for example, some impoverished parts of
Oh,
cities
okay.
not just in cities in general, like impoverished communities. They do also exist here in the Philippines, here in Europe,
Oh, okay.
and might come a bit shocking for some that yeah, you can still see these class differences here in Europe, and which
Oh, okay. 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 So,
so we share that problem. Like, it's a problem of the whole across all countries. It's not
okay.
specific.
Okay. So you think that a lot of Filipinos they want to travel to Europe?
Yeah, I think generally they would love to see Europe, maybe as a tourist, or
Okay.
some they want to even migrate.
Oh, okay. Great.